box office review for last weekend, February 21st. Um, so we had two movies come out last weekend.
Yep.
Call of the Wild
Yep.
with Harrison Ford
With
with
the
the
CGI dog. Gotcha.
yes, yes. And then the scary movie The Boy. And we both said that they were both going to do under. We're like, no way, Sonic's going to have another amazing
Yeah.
weekend. Neither one of these movies look enticing enough.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic did come in at number one still, so we were right there.
Yeah.
But the Call of the Wild was predicted at 13 million. It did 24.8 million.
Wow. Didn't think that at all.
Yeah. I didn't think that would do that well either, but apparently from what I've heard, the people that actually went to go see it said it's really good, and so word of mouth helped it out the rest of the weekend.
Okay.
So we were both wrong on that one.
Where did
um,
where did Birds of Prey come in at?
I'm getting there. Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay.
The Boy 2 was predicted at 7 million, and we both still said no. There's no way. It's
Right.
not doing it. Every horror movie that's come out this year so far has failed miserably, and this one is continuing with that trend.
Okay.
It did 5.9 million.
All
So
right.
we both said under, and we were both right. So our tiebreaker was going to be where Birds of Prey landed, because
Yes.
last week it was at number 2, and so you had predicted it coming in at number 6, and I was predicting it coming in at number 5. Well, it came in at number 3, so it only
What?
dropped one spot.
Really?
But think about it. Like, what else? The only other competition was Sonic, and I know 1917 and Bad Boys and Parasite and like all these other movies have been in the theater for a while.
I guess you get that asterisk then.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm glad you didn't say 4. You
Yeah.
almost did.
I thought about it.
So,
Yeah. I'm rooting
yeah.
against it.
Yeah, so I'll take my asterisk win. I haven't had a real win yet.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
And it's almost the end of February. How's that feel?
I know. Well, I think we missed a couple of weeks. I think
We
we
did.
missed like 2 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
your fault for having a child.
Yeah, I was a little busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, the total top 10 for this week, like we said, Sonic had another solid week. It didn't
Good.
have any competition, so it came in at number 1. It did like 26 million again. Like I think
A
that
third
was
of
even,
what it was.
yeah. So it still did really well. Call of the Wild, Birds of Prey,
Mhm.
The Boy. New releases usually come in the top 5 from what I'm seeing. Um, Bad Boys rounding out the top 5. You have 1917. Fantasy Island is still in the top 10. Parasite is still there.
Right.
Jumanji and The Photograph. So, um, nothing too major changes.
I'm
in
happy
the,
Bad
in the
Boys is
top
still
10.
up there. Number 5, Bad Boys is. That's really
Yes,
good.
in its 6th week.
That's
In
really
its
good.
I mean, the impressive one is the fact that Parasite has been in theaters for 20 weeks, and it finally hit the top 10
I don't know if that's impressive
last
because
week.
when you win the best picture of the year, immediately everybody's got to go see it. So they're
Yeah.
not the ones left
Yeah.
out of the dark on him. They can't say, somebody's like, hey, what'd you think of Parasite? Oh, I didn't watch it. What? You didn't watch the best picture of 2019? So,
That's exactly what people do.
yeah. That's why
Okay.
that's why iPhones are still relevant.
I guess then the big the solid one is the fact that Jumanji is in its 11th week still in the top 10.
I would
It
agree
hasn't
with that.
left the top 10. The fact that it continues to stay pretty solid
Mhm.
is impressive. So that's the top 10 for this past week. Moving into this coming weekend, which is February 28th, and it's leap year. We have an extra day in February, this
Awesome.
Saturday, the 29th. So coming in this weekend, there are multiple movies coming out. The 3 that we've actually watched trailers for that are actually talked about are The Invisible Man, where the boyfriend is
Yes,
psychotic,
which
turns
looked
himself
actually
invisible.
fairly pretty good. Yeah.
Fairly pretty, yeah.
Fairly pretty good.
The Jesus Rolls,
The El Camino of the Bill Glabowski. Yeah.
yes, that one, and then the Guns movie with Harry Potter.
Goddamn, with Harry Potter, where they have the guns nailed to him, and it's like
Yes.
a battle royale, real life.
Yes. So
Okay.
those are the 3 movies coming out this weekend. But surprisingly, 2 of those don't even have like predictions available. I was searching all over and I
Which
couldn't
2?
find any critics talking about predictions. So the only predictions that we have for this coming weekend is The Invisible Man. It's predicted at 30 million for this coming weekend. Um, there's no holiday weekend. And looking at the top 10, already. I mean, it could do that, but at the same time, no horror movie has done well this year. Like, I can't think of one horror movie that has done
This
well.
one's marketed a little bit better. It had a Super Bowl commercial with it. It
True.
had quite a bit of promos with it going around, and I honestly think, well, do you want to do a one shot then, where it's basically I,
1 and 1.
yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. I might just say the opposite of whatever you
Oh,
say,
so you want me to go first?
but I don't know because I was like, I haven't won a real one yet. I mean, you've only won one, and I've won two with asterisks,
Yeah.
and then we've tied. So it's like, ah, um, I'm on the fence about this one, to be honest. I I think it might do under, just barely though. I think it's gonna come in at like 28 million or something.
Then I'll go over.
Okay.
Easy peasy. I'll go over. I'll,
I'm
because I have a feeling it'll do under
nervous.
as well, but I think the marketing for this horror movie is better than what we've seen. So we're
Yeah.
gonna see if marketing actually helps it more so.
It looks more enticing, to be honest, out of all the horror movies
It looks
we've seen
intense
this
as
year.
shit. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. It looks
Yeah.
really intense. So I mean, that's really it. I don't know. Like, we don't need a tiebreaker because obviously somebody's gonna win with one guess, and we're both doing
Unless
opposites.
it hits it.
I know.
That would be pretty fucked up.
Well, if there's no way that it would hit 30 million perfectly, like it would be
True.
30 million and 1,000 or something.
Okay.
Um, so it will definitely either be over or under. But like I said, there's not too much competition going on with the box office this February. Surprisingly, I know January and February have not been huge months in the past,
Right.
but I just feel like we haven't had a big hit come out in theaters. I mean, we've had probably the biggest one coming out in the year so far has been Bad Boys and Sonic. Those are the two that have actually like been impressive.
We haven't had a real competitive weekend just yet in 2020. I
Yeah.
think obviously most you want to hit it in the summer because it feels better outside to go actually out to the movie because now it's what they call fucking cold. So it
Yeah.
deters you from going out and about and stuff. I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying people don't go to the movies, but less do because of that. It's just
I would take a blanket to the movie theater now, anyways.
Yeah,
Like
so-
curl up in the movie theater with the
so
reclining
it's
chairs.
as it warms up, the box office will as well.
Oh, okay. Well, March is supposedly the real kickoff to the box office year, anyways.
Okay.
I mean, this coming March, we have like Onward, we have Bloodshot, The Quiet Place, Mulan, just to name a few of the
Mhm.
big ones coming out in March. So it's starting to heat up a
Yeah.
little bit. And I know we're still waiting on. You had mentioned the other day that the Eternals trailer is supposed to be dropping soon.
Yep, still waiting on it.
And I think that we'll get like a 30-second trailer, like
Yeah.
a teaser trailer, in March sometime, and then we'll get the real trailer in April.
That sounds
um,
fun for
because
Black Widow.
it'll play in front of Black Widow,
Yeah.
which comes out the 1st of May. So,
Awesome.
but yeah,
As soon as
March
that comes
should-
out, we'll immediately be rocking
Yes,
this.
yes.
If any big trailers come out, we always immediately figure out a way to put it up and running as soon as humanly
Yes.
possible.
Yes. But yeah, so that's the box office review from last weekend, and what's coming up this weekend. Are you guys going to see anything? Is The Invisible Man probably the most appealing horror movie this year? I think it is, and I don't even like horror movies, but let me know if anybody saw Gretel and Hansel or The Grudge, and let me know if you think those looked better.